Yo, morning. So I didn't post for a few days 'cause I was kinda going through a existential crisis. I know what it's called it. I had like a mental lapse. So what went on is I just saw let me get the story. Well technically we could go story time. Story time. So here we're going on. I do so and it had this I built my life because I come from presumably nothing. Mind you, it had rare people who was soft than me. But we more or less all had the same beginning. I was in the same ghetto just like everybody else. I had nothing. Grind, build myself, rah 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 rah. Whereas today I did not even finish line. I have plenty to go still. So that is that. I wouldn't say that I'm amazing in any kind of way. It have more amazing people. It have people better than me, faster than me. Like I was telling a guy last night on my brethren them. It It a man who is faster than me, it a man stronger than me, it a man who bigger than me, taller than me, whatever. And just with consistency alone, I would say that I reach further than plenty of them. Life is not a competition. So reaching further is really objective because or sub well you know what I'm talking about. Reaching further is like that. So sometimes you might think you reach further, but that person may be more mentally stable, or maybe they have different goals, or they're very content with the current existence. So if it's like that, well then me reach further than nobody. Uh, that being said, I just want I don't know what it was. It just kind of it shake me a little bit because I realized that for everything that you did, all the improvements you've made, all the advancements in life. To the average Joe, unless you do some grand national level thing, you is still the same guy. To most people, yeah, you the same. That come like the guy. Like if you know a guy when he was growing up and he was like selling drugs or something, right? And with the drugs he's selling, he changed his life, he became a pastor. He even started helping people in the community and building himself and whatsoever. It will have a group of people who be like, yeah, you just a Pushana. The man is a pastor, no? The man changed his life, everything. They're gonna be like, yeah, you just a Pushana. That man is a pusher. Yeah, 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 yeah. The way you begin does always reflect your current existence. Not to everybody, but it does be shocking. And this is where insecurities has come in. It seems I myself, for what it is, for all this is going on, have insecurities. And my insecurities, I just usually put it behind me because I know, well, most of my insecurities, I can't really change it, you know? And that's one of the things I kind of learned. I learned that I can't really change my insecurities. My insecurities might be, and I think it's about who you surround yourself with. You are insecure in direct relation to the people you're surrounded by. So if I surround myself with a lot of powerful people and I am not powerful, I would feel like I'm not measuring up to my peers. So in a sense, with me, I just be forced to elevate to whatever level. I would make myself reach up to my peers, might even pass them, get new peers. That is how you just force yourself to climb the ladder, so to speak, without knowing that you're climbing the ladder. You just surround yourself with people who just are a little better than you, at least in your opinion. So just enough for it to bother you, just enough for it to see the path where they take and tell yourself, but I could do that, I could get better, I could, right? That's what it is. But by surrounding myself with people of higher caliber. I just had a sometimes somebody might come out left wing, somebody who not even where you are, somebody who don't even know your struggle, somebody who again I've learned that priorities, is a hell of a thing because I was so focused, so hell bent on just improving my current life that I forget that I have a lot of people that money don't matter to them and they care about the other stuff, the stuff that can't be changed, the stuff that you can. And that is one another thing. There are a lot of things in life that you are born into that you can't change. One, for example, I am black. I can't change that I'm black. Black is black, right? Um, Another thing might be your height or your looks or things that you're born with, you can't change. You understand? I can't change a few things. My genetics dictate the way that I physically turn out. Now, yes, I was trained, right? The reason why I'm training, well, before the reason why I was training was to improve on my current genetic potential, but you won't be able to change it. You have no way you could change it. Your current genetic potential is your current genetic potential. It have no change in it. Have no way. I mean, void of chemical intervention. So you could probably roids up, but it even have a it have a limit to how much that and all could help you. Roids just only go so far. Surgery, mate, when you check it plastic surgery is probably the only thing that could change your genetic. When I say plastic surgery, any surgery would change your genetic potential for a certain time, right? Like right now, it have height surgery. That surgery to lengthen your what is that? Your shin. Have surgery to lengthen your shin. It have surgery to lessen your fat. It have surgery to improve your face. And yeah, there's extreme measures, but it also shows how powerful insecurities are. Now I'm not on a level where I would go to those lengths to deal with my insecurities. Like for me, for one, I short. Now when I say I'm short, it's not the shortest, but I do surround myself with a lot of people of height. So to my current exist, so everybody around me is 6 foot something or almost 6 foot, and I is 5'7". 5'7" in the grand scheme of things is average, but a 5'7" next to a 6 footer is short. And most of my friends, my family, my everything is nearing 6 feet. So I am short. Whoop de doo. So being that is one of my I would say shortcomings. Shortcomings. Um, I can't do nothing about it. And I came to terms with that a long time now. I told myself, well, all right, I can't do nothing about it. So it makes no sense worrying about it. And I focus, I double down on things that I could change. And for a long time, I didn't even I know I short. And we had these little run-ins with people who already know that they can't make no other progress in life, so they double down on how impressive the height is. There are a lot of people who double down on how impressive the height is. So for those that double down on that, happy for you. But that is just your born genetic potential. It have nothing you did to be that tall. I had nothing I did to be this short. The stuff that I did along the way is what I thought would have been something praiseworthy, not the poor people. I think not the humans on the whole, because if it is your, I think among the millionaire circle, even though yes, it might have a lot of short, big-head, ugly people, it might have a lot of you know insecurities in that circle. But then you'll see it all the time where a lot of people who rich and famous and whatsoever, they're doing plastic surgery, they're doing whatever. Because now you're rich and famous, so you could start to deal with things that um it was impossible to deal with as a poor person, which is modifying yourself. As I said, it I don't know what it was like, because back to the story time, I had a running. So what went on is, I had a skill that I went to school with. Everybody around my circle kind of now settling up their life, everything getting better for them. So she ain't doing too bad, and she had two children, single, whatever, average black woman. And she children them get big now because she start early. My children small because I start after. So I needed to settle my life as a man. Women, they can get knocked up and still catch herself. No scene. And the child, all she children tall, because like most women, they're looking for a tall man, so they get the genetic potential of that tall man pass on to the child. Whoop they do. His son tall, I'm happy for him. That's nice. He's a tall man. Yeah, done tall man. We are tall man. Again, the things that I could have changed in my life, I changed them. I try my best and I keep trying to improve them. He tall. And this is what I learn about tall people. Not even just tall people, tall people with no other potential in life. They just hold on to that, because that is the one sword they have. The one piece of ammunition they have is that. And the world praises them for it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, that bothered me a whole lot. It bothered me so much because the daughter, which to me is a negative. A tall girl is a problem. Like if it is, you is over 6 foot as a woman, that is not, that to me is just as bad as a man who is under 5'5". Like, I mean, in the social thing, because over 6 foot would mean that you are limited. If you're talking about you are a man who's taller than you only limited to 7 footers. Y'all is freaks. The will I make for you. And the same thing for a man under 5'5". If you want to do the ratio where girl had to be shorter than you, then you had to make up a girl who is 4'5" or 4 something. And all you're gonna make dwarfs. So being a man of my stature, I always was attracted to women who's taller than me. I think probably that is just me trying to give my children a fighting chance with the genetic pool, so they could draw from some tall genes, so to speak. I don't know. I thought about it like that. But back to story time. The girl, that is the woman daughter, decided to point out immediately that another thing. Parents, no, oh my God, millennial parents, we all day, and we not teaching with children humility and respect and none of these things, because seems like with the hustle, a lot of we forget to teach with children that this girl, look at me, in my face, mind you, yes, she taller than me. But you don't understand. I know she, when she the born. How old I is? This child, I know since she mother belly. I was a big man with wife already when she born. This child now is 19, 20. Wow. But no. 18, 19, because there's that. Child is 18, 19. That whole life, and watch me and ball. Look, mommy, you're so short here. And the mother proceeded to be like, yeah, he short long time. That was the most dense conversation I ever heard. And I was so shocked. I was so shocked that I just kind of, because it hit me. Because my ego always be kind of high. Like, because I know what I did in life. I know how much things I did. I know my sacrifices I've made. I am so proud of my sacrifices that I forget. For those who don't know, all I'm seeing is a short dog, man. For those who don't know what you've done, for those who, and that is why I see so much people always broadcasting the accomplishments. Because without your accomplishments, all you are is what they see. So What you need to do is improve on your current look, right? And by improving on your current look, at least when they see you, they at least see a good looking short man. But void of that, first impressions, people judging what they see. They don't give a shit about your accomplishment. Later on in life, they go want to come wrong because then they go realize, wait, what how much he do or whatever he have. By that time, I remember when you come short, and the hell with you. Yes, I petty. I don't care. I didn't overcome pettiness. I still working on that. And I'm not a monk or a saint or Jesus. You understand? It's not no turn the other cheek. Nothing, no. I go and tote that for a long time. It take me a while, but I still talking about it. My soul is, I was bothered. And the fact that I was bothered, I realized that that is something I need to work on. I need to work on my mental outlook on my insecurities. Me and if all you understand. Most of us need to work on that. Because plenty of us unable to move on with life. With I mean I'm moving on. But you never know. My insecurities could be what holding me back from being a multi-millionaire. Because I know a lot of guys who, or it could be the catalyst for me to reach a multi-millionaire because something had to push you. Something had to push you from where you currently are mentally to the next step. And it could be that you need a push from insecurities, it could be a push from desire, it could be a push from necessities. Whoever it is, use it for what it is. As I say, I personally is in I I was in shock of how much that bothered me. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect for it to bother me this much. Crazy, 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 crazy. I didn't expect for it to bother me this much. Deep down, I in my 40s thought I was over as people bothering short man, short man, short. I'm wondering, which man? Short man is a peaceful insult. I'm okay with that. That's like in Trinidad calling a Chinese man Chinese or something like that. Or calling a fat man slim. Yes, it's a passive insult. Right? It's done so often that I'm not bothered by that. But to do it like if you're pointing at a circus freak. Oh God, watch your short here. You see that? Oh my God. I know how I overcome that one. I ain't know how I overcome that one. Either way, I needed to say that. This probably was longer than I expected it to be. Um, I had to work on myself. Just like I would assume everybody had to work on themselves. The whole world need to work on themselves. Well, not the whole world. Whatever. I don't know what it is. However, I'll know the progress on that. I'll